Well, that's what the athletes like to see. Just a little breeze, but it does change. And I'm fairly sure we'll see a few changes as this race goes on. We could actually do with a bit of wind in the men's race to make it more interesting, because Fourcade has such a big lead that unless the conditions get tough, I cannot see him being caught. 41 seconds ahead at the start. He'll probably extend that to something like 50 come the first shoot, and then it should just be a procession for him. The women's race is much tighter. As I mentioned, we've got 10 going off within a minute. We've got 11 going off within a minute too. Kriuka going at 1:02. Lena Heike going at 1:03. We've got someone going 1:04, someone going 1:05. So it really is a packed field. And Duran Aber with an 11-second lead. Here's the course that they have to negotiate today. It's a 10-kilometer route. And so 5 times around 2 kilometers. As you can see, they come out of the stadium, and then it's a gradual climb up to the high point, and then they start that twisting, turning descent back down towards the stadium with a couple of smallish uphills to negotiate on the way. Downhill techniques can certainly be worth a few seconds if they can get it right, particularly as the legs get tired towards the end of the race. There you see the start list, and Duran Aber 11, Kukalova goes at 20, Dalmar at 26. Further down, keep an eye on Sharvatova. Been impressed with her, skiing well, shooting well, just didn't quite get it together. Susan Dunkley, 1:30 behind, having a disaster with a rifle so far this season, having shown such good form in the mixed relay last Sunday. Chevalier should move up, Vitkova certainly should move up, and then all these athletes looking for a good place. Top 30 would do them nicely. They just want to gain positions. So the final morning of action here in Ostersund before the tour heads south, and we could see something special. We could see a triple from Martin Fourcade. He's done the double on 5 occasions, but he's never won all 3 races here at Ostersund. That is very much on the cards. In terms of the women, what we're really after is another close battle for the overall title this year. Those in the running, Duran Aber certainly, Mäkäräinen of course, Kukalova who won last year, Laura Dalmar perhaps the favourite to win it. I think those are the 4 main contenders. Dorothy Vera, but she'll need to get some more consistency, I think, Vera. She certainly's got the ski speed, she's got the experience now, but just can't afford to have any non-scoring races. Each athlete given a lane for the start. Stiff penalties for anyone who jumps the gun. They'll be aware of that now. They are fairly strict on that. Always nice to have someone to clear your boots. That can take longer than most people's training session, getting the snow out of the little grooves on the bottom of the boot. They have a bar at the front of the boot that clips into the binding, and then generally 1 or 2 grooves that run all the way down the boot and go into a ridge on the binding plate. And that means that when you keep your feet flat on the ski, you've got fairly good control. Nothing like an alpine ski, but you've got enough to corner. And certainly parallel turns, not impossible. Telemark turns, not impossible. We won't see too many of them though. Well, I get the feeling there's a sense of excitement down at the start. Kukalova loves this format of racing. Mäkäräinen will go for broke. The only person looking nervous is Duran Aber. She is heading out first, so it's a difficult job for her. She's got to decide what she's going to do. She's got 11 seconds. Does she try and extend that, or does she just settle in, race her own race and try and ignore the others? Easier said than done. We've probably got the 4 best biathletes on the women's tour on that front rank. Duran Aber, Mäkäräinen, Kukalova, Dalmar. Durana Bear has won less World Cups than the rest of them, but she is the current form racer. Mäkäräinen chases, 11 seconds, less than 100 meters behind. Going at 20 seconds will be Gabi Kukalova. A slightly sluggish start from her, so I suspect she's dropped another second or so. And very much in contrast, Lara Dalmar blasts out of the gate. She wants to get right onto the heels of Kukalova and may well work with her on the first loop. But don't forget that Dalmar has had a tendency this year to ski the first lap fairly steady. It's only 2 kilometers. Hauser goes, followed by Hitz and Eckhoff, Skardino, Wisniewska. Brazar goes, just waiting there. There's Brazar, and she's quick. She should be able to work with Wisniewska. She should be able to catch Skardino. Irina Kryuko of Belarus, number 11. Lena Heike of Switzerland starts 12. Great race from her, and she'll be delighted that she took the scalp of her teammate Selena Gasparin. Birkeland, Magnussen, Puskachikova, Hildebrand, Monnier, Shavatova. 16, Franziska Hildebrand. Usually comes into good form at this stage of the season. Maren Hammerschmidt likewise. Shima goes for Ukraine, number 21. 22 is Bescon of France. Expect to see her move up through the order. Varbinets goes 23. Nielsen 24. 25 is Franziska Preutz. Now we're through up to 30. Amikova of Russia goes ahead of Anais Chevalier. And those surely are the only women that have a chance of finishing in the top 5 or 6 positions. Tea Grigorin, very experienced, but she finds herself 1:45 behind the race leader, Marie Durana Bear. For them, it's about claiming 3, 4, 5 places, and that goes down as a good day's work. Well, there's the margin. You can see it for yourself. Durana Bear is not hanging around. I'll tell you what she has been doing this year is shooting very, very steadily. It's been a conservative approach, but my goodness, she's shooting well, and that has made a big difference. Big long strides from Kukalova. Lara Dalmar stays much more central and seems to get, I would guess, I can only guess, but I would guess that Dalmar gets a slightly higher percentage out of the lower body. Tyrrell Eckhoff looks well balanced, wearing number 7 there. Hauser just behind her, having been overtaken, but Hauser will work with Eckhoff, and that could play to her advantage. Karen Oberhoff, haven't seen her this year. She had a good season last year. 11 is Irina Kryuko, 57, and she started 59, so she's made a little game. Birkeland 103 behind at the start, now 102, so everyone gaining just a few seconds on the race leader, but nothing hugely significant apart from Kaisa Mäkäräinen, who has cut it from 11 seconds down to what I think is about 4.5. Good skiing from her, and Gabi Kukalova, that's 10, 11, 12. She's gained a couple. Got her at about 17. Dalmar not tempted to push the pace early on. Just a reminder, if you're new to biathlon, the format for the pursuit, it's a 10-kilometer race, so 5 times round a 2-kilometer loop to enable them to complete the 4 chutes. The first 2 are in the prone position and the second 2 in the stand position. Only 5 rounds in each magazine, 5 targets to hit. Every target missed, of course, incurs a penalty point. Apologies to those of you who have been watching for years and years, but we are picking up new fans all the time. So the 2 at the front have closed down dramatically. Kukalova, I think she's, yeah, 17 seconds. And don't forget, Dalmar was 26, and she's just taking it steady. So, same old tactic. Durana Bear and Dalmar are skiing sensibly within themselves. It's what they've done all season, and you have to say it's worked for them. They've got to win a piece. Good performances from Mäkäräinen and Kukaleva, but they are of the sort of caliber that means that they just want to win. They're not interested in second and third. Heikki goes through in 12th position. Kriukku, actually Heikki 11th, having started 12th, so Kriukku and Heikki have switched positions, but we just need to focus for the moment on lane number 1. That is where Marie Duran-Abert has to go. A little increase in the wind from left to right. Will she notice? Well, she hasn't looked down the range so far. Kaisa Mäkäräinen, on the other hand, she's had 2 good glances down at the flags just to check it out, and Duran-Abert, I think, making a mistake with without checking. It's building all the time, the wind, from the left to the right, and it was absolutely calm when they zeroed. It's caught Mäkäräinen out as well. 2 penalty loops for Duran-Abert. It's all changed, and Kukaleva will have heard the misses, and she seems to have taken her time before round number 1. 4 out of 5 for Mäkäräinen. She's going into the lead, unless Kukaleva and Dalmar clear all 5. Kukaleva has done exactly that. So, first is going down to at least third, possibly 4. Dalmar should come through. Mäkäräinen is on the loop and coming through. She'll be finished in around 10 seconds. Dalmar goes out, might just nip in front of Mäkäräinen. It's Kukaleva who leads, and Duran-Abert is off the front. She's away from the pressure position. I expect to see her performance improve. Tirilekov, 3 misses out of the 5. Scardino's going to make ground. Brezar, who started 10, she's going up into the top 6 or 7. Great shooting from her. It was quick, it was accurate, just like her skiing. Scardino there at 5. Brezar 6, 28.4 behind now, having started 52 behind. That is what a good fast shoot, good fast accurate shoot can do for you. Duran-Abert from 1st to 7th with those 2 misses, from 11 seconds ahead to 33 behind. So a 44-second swing on the very first lap of 5. That's how things can change. That's why we love biathlon, because you just don't know who's going to come through. Susan Dunkley missing, Chevalier missing. The wind's even stronger than it was when Duran-Abert came in. I'm absolutely astonished that someone of Duran-Abert's experience did not have a good look down the range. Kukaleva did, and it's paid off. She is the race leader. 6:49 the time. The winning performance last year, 30:45. That was Kaisa Mäkäräinen actually won it, 1-0-1-0, and she started with 1 miss on the first shoot today. So don't rule her out of winning this one. And she started in 10th position, so she came from 10th to 1st. Dorothy Vera went from 20th all the way to 2nd, so we better try and pick up on her. She's gone from 19th to 12th already, having a great run. Here's the new race leader. Well, this is a similar shot to the one we saw first time round, with Kukaleva coming through 2.8 and Dalmar some 5-6 seconds behind her. But instead of being 3rd and 4th, they are 1st and 2nd. Mäkäräinen's trying to do something about that. She's on the chase. Now, there's a French suit. I'm reliably informed that the French suit colour is teal. Never heard of it. But I will check it out with them when we get a chance. Brezar's gone from 6 to 4 on this last loop, 31 now behind. Hauser at 33. Brezar was actually 28 coming out, so she's lost 3 seconds on the climb out of the stadium. Scardino now 6. Duran-Abert still down in 7th, 38.9 behind. And I think she's lost a little bit of heart after that first shoot. Now the coaches are surely going to be busy. There you go, that's just what we wanted. And Kukaleva's shot looked to be absolutely smack central. The group wasn't brilliant, but it was central in that target, so she'll be fairly relaxed about that. No coaching allowed on the range, and therefore the message has to be passed from the range up onto the tracks, and this is about the ideal location. They're not travelling too fast at this stage, plenty of opportunity to lift the head, take in the information, and if the coach has to run alongside, he can probably keep up for 5 or 6 metres. McRyan looks to be working hard. Brazar is having a flyer. 10th up to 4th already. Hopefully she can cope with the situation. I've always thought the leader suffers more than anyone else in this format of racing. We've seen it in the mass starts, we've seen it in the pursuits. Another 5 down will put Kukaleva in a very good position, but Kukaleva knows that the performer behind her is much better at the standing shoot, has a much higher percentage, and she knows that Dalmar is going to be dangerous. So Kukaleva could do with at least a 150-metre lead coming into the first of the standing shoots. We'll see whether she can gain it. McRyan not really making any ground on Dalmar, having pulled comfortably away from her on the first lap, so Dalmar has started to wind it up and increase the speed. Brazar, 29, she's going well. Durana Bear goes from 7 to 5, and she goes from 38 seconds behind to 34, so she's again got good skis on her feet. She's gained a lot of time on the downhill section, and actually she corners very well. I think this course here in Ostersund really does suit those who've got alpine skiing experience. Most of them have, but alpine racing experience would be very valuable indeed. 30 seconds or so before shoot number 2. Kukaleva, Dalmar, Mäkäräinen. Looking for Lisa Theresa Hauser as well. The Austrian shot clear on the first loop. I didn't mention her, but she shot very well. Was only 22 seconds behind at the start of the last loop, down in 4th place, but I think she's dropped down a little. Hauser has gone down to 6th, now 38 behind. Well, that is an opportunity for Kukaleva. Did she take that miss on board from Dalmar? Sure she did. And she stayed focused. There was a delay, a break in the rhythm, but she controlled herself, and she's going to get that 150-metre lead. But has to be said, Dalmar shot very quick and closed the gap significantly. Mäkäräinen makes up for misses on the first shoot. No, she misses another one, but she won it last year with 2 misses. That's 2 misses gone. She'll need to be clean on the stand. Durana Bear with another miss. Brazar, it's unusual for the French team to be the ones missing in the prone. Lisa Theresa Hauser, she's having a tremendous weekend. 5 out of 5 again for the Austrian, and she's going back into the top 4, certainly. Scardino, she won't be far off the pace with 5 out of 5. Sharbatova has been skiing very well, Sharbatova, but a missed target puts her 25 seconds behind where she should have been, could have been. So no change in the leader this time round, but there is a significant change in the gap between them. Coming out of the range after the first shoot, only 11.5. Now Kukaleva finds herself 25 seconds clear, and that, of course, is 1 penalty loop. What a battle, what a battle. And if you were going to put your money on who was going to shoot better in the stand, I'm sure most of you would have it on Laura Dalmar. Just looking at Kukaleva's stats, she's got 89% in hit rate, so she's not bad. But compare that with Dalmar, who's 91, so could go either way. Stating the obvious as we watch Preutz going out of the stadium. Selena Gasparin has hit 5 out of 5. Claire Egan of USA hits 5. I imagine the American biathletes are on an absolute high, having watched Jessie Diggins take that win in Lillehammer yesterday, her second World Cup win. Brilliant race from Jessie Diggins, and they were probably also asking if they could use their Jessie's waxing technician, because her team worked wonders on her skis. 25 seconds was the margin at the start of this last loop. Who is traveling quicker? I don't think Dalmar's going to lose much, if anything at all. She looks solid, she looked quick on the second loop, already up to 20. Once she's over 28 seconds behind, then Kukaleva can do a loop and come out with some clear snow. So a good climb from Kukaleva. 29.7 now the margin, and here are the fighters behind Mäkäräinen. Oh, it's a hard race for her. She's already done 2 extra loops, so that's an extra 300 meters, and she's still in 3rd place, just 41 seconds behind. But as well as adding time, those penalty loops take it out of your legs. So if it comes to a final loop dash, you have to start favouring those who haven't been on the penalty. Hauser in 4, Scardino 5, Dorothy Vera, well done to her. She started number 20. She's got herself up into 6th place. 56 behind at the start of the race. Just check that one out, actually. Vera started 19 and she was 1:16 behind, so she's not actually gained a huge amount of time. 20 seconds gained. It's not bad, though. Strength of Dalmar. It's a typical German style, but good use of the legs. Very, very steady upper body. I think she's been working on her efficiency over the last couple of seasons. Mäkäräinen, once that head starts to sway, you know she's right on the limit. She is quick because she works so hard. Race leader, and wearing the red bib as the pursuit champion from last year. What was it, 29 last time we saw, 27, 28, 28.4, so Dalmar's had a good descent down towards the stadium, and that is the critical margin. She knows she's still only 1 shot off the lead. Mäkäräinen, Hauser. Can the Austrian get 2 top 5 finishes in succession? That will be a big boost for her, and I hope this isn't just an early season peak, which means that she's going to fade away later on. I think in years gone by, you had 1 big peak. Nowadays, the training methods are so much more detailed, and they really do look after the athlete. When they get tired, they stop them earlier than they used to. They insist on more sleep. They go to great lengths to make sure that team members don't get ill. And that means that the peaks last longer. Still don't think it's possible to stay on winning form all the way through the year. No. Yet to miss a target. That's all changed. Needs to relax. 4 keeps her in the race. 1 more, and she should still have the lead. She has, but if Dalmar hits 5, which she is wont to do, the 2 leaders will be side and side. Oh, that wasn't even close. Chance for Mäkäräinen and Hauser and Brezar, all to get themselves on the podium. This race has a long, long way to go. 2 loops remaining. Is Mäkäräinen going to clear 5 in the stand? It's possible. Hauser's missed 1. She's got 5, and Mäkäräinen is going to be the one putting the pressure on Kukalova, who still leads. Heikki of Switzerland, another good shoot. Vera from 19, she's moving up again. She's going to be well into the top 6 positions. But so many shooting well on that first stand. Hintz hits 5, Scardino hits 5, and let's hope Shavatová goes clear as well. 3 out of 3 so far for the Czech number 2. 4 out of 4, down goes number 5. She joins the chase here in Ostersund. Well, look at that. Vera started 19. Remember, she did a similar thing last year, 20th to 2nd. Is she going to go 19th to 1st? 1 more shoot, 4 more kilometers to ski. It is not beyond the realms of possibility. Heikki 5, Hintz in 6 for Germany. Good, solid performance from her. And Hauser losing a little bit of ground with a missed target, 40 seconds behind, and she's been joined by Shavatová. Hildebrand missing 2, and Monnier missing 2. You might have picked up on that. They will not feature in the latter stages of this race. Only 52 seconds. Hey, we started with 59 separating the top 10, so things have concertinaed. That's unusual at this level of competition. The pressure is massive, and it is greatest of all on the race leader. And the moment when it reaches its peak is just before the final shoot. Kukalova she really needs that first shot on the last 5 targets. Threw it wide. Dalmar, I would almost guarantee that Dalmar registered the miss from Kukalova, and it just made that first shot that little bit harder. She snatched at it, only just hit the target. Now, is she going to try and ski herself out of a little bit of trouble? She'd back herself against Mäkäräinen in a shoot-off in the stand position, no doubt about that. Neither of these two have won so far this season, and if they both make mistakes, guess who is going to capitalise? It's going to be Laura Dalmar, who's still there in 3rd position. She only missed 1 target on that last round, and she was 29 seconds at this stage, 29 seconds behind Kukalova last time round. She's got it down to 22, so shooting a little bit faster and starting to pick up the speed. Dorothy Vera is she's in the slipstream of Dalmar. She's right on the back of her skis, putting pressure on the German. Heikki still going well. Great shooting from Heikki, and Hintz in 6th position. Those who have still to miss a target. Well, Vera's hit all of them so far. Heikki's hit 15, Scardino's hit 15, and Rieder of Austria's hit 15. So the best mover we know is Dorothy Vera, who's gone 19 up into 4th. Heikki started 12, is up into 5. Durana Bear, incidentally, who has a huge number of fans, so we ought to pick up on her performances. She has gone from 1st down into 11th position. 5 targets missed so far. She's over a minute off the race leader, so it's not going to be a double for Durana Bear. Is that going to make Martin Fourcade just a little bit nervous? It might make him a little less, not that he is complacent, but he'll certainly start to realise that he's got to perform well. He has a 41-second lead at the start of the men's pursuit, and essentially he's got a 2-shot advantage over everyone. And if there's one man who doesn't need it, it's him. Well, there you see a nice view of the lake in the background that extends for, what, 15, 20 kilometers to the south. Mäkäräinen's closing. She came out of the range. Well, some distance behind. Almost can't believe what I'm seeing. This one says 41 seconds down, and that margin now down to 5.8. Well, I think there's a mistake there, to be honest. Dalmar at 19, and she started this lap 25.7, so she skied well. Kukalova has Has she eased up, or is she saving something for the final lap, trying to make sure of the targets? Vera now at 21 has lost a little bit of ground to Dalmar, lost a lot of ground actually to Dalmar. Heike goes through in 5, 32.4 behind, and remember, she started down at number 12, 102, so it's been a tremendous run from Lena Heike, who has been training alongside the Gasparins for many years now and has suddenly found that she can beat them. A change in her mental attitude. Well, surprised to see that 3 or 4 rows in the stands are empty. It's not that cold. We've had conditions down to minus 15, 16 here, and still the stadium's been packed. So, shoot number 4, crunch time. Kukaleva has so far only missed 1 target. Mäkäräinen has already missed 2. It was the first shot that went wide for Kukaleva on the last stand. This time she makes sure. Even 5 shots won't guarantee her a win. She knows Mäkäräinen is quicker at the moment. But she's done everything she possibly can, and that puts a huge amount of pressure on Mäkäräinen, who misses shot number 4, so at least 150-meter lead. Now it's down to Dalmar. Mäkäräinen won't chase for the win. Kukaleva could be getting her first of the season. Vera is going to be right on her shoulder. Great shooting from Vera, out before Laura Dalmar. Those two can work together. Kukaleva's victory is not assured quite yet, but what will the margin be? It's already 15 seconds. Now, if Kukaleva was saving herself on the last lap, you'd put your money on her, but if she was starting to feel the fatigue, having led for the majority of the race, then Vera and Dalmar have a chance, but we'll have to wait and see. I don't know which one of the two it is. Heike in 4, so impressed with Dorothy Vera. That's just the result she needed before round 2 of the World Cups. Brilliant shooting from her. She has cleared all 20 targets, as has Lena Heike of Switzerland. And I think that's the first time she's done it in a pursuit. So well done to her. And look at that, the Austrian up in 5th place as well. So Hauser's had another good run. Mäkäräinen will be chasing. She's got 13 seconds. Where's your money? Hauser or Mäkäräinen for 5th? And actually, Mäkäräinen might fancy her chances. If not, a lot of fight there from the Italian. But bear in mind where she's come from. Vera needs to be right up behind Dalmar, all the way to the final descent into the stadium. 2nd place will do. But I think Dalmar's really turned on the turbos. That's a 5, 6, 7 meter gap that she's opened up. Kukaleva is no longer in danger. 17 seconds the margin coming out of the range for the first time. They really needed to have it down to 5 or 6 by this stage, and in fact they've not been able to close at all. So 17.6, 20 behind for Dorothy Vera now, and Vera has to start worrying about 3rd place, because coming up behind her is Heike of Switzerland. So 3 races this season, 3 different winners, provided Kukaleva stays on her feet on the final downhills as she heads back towards the stadium and the finish. Under 1,000 meters to go for the race leader. Hauser about to be overtaken. She has been overtaken by Kaisa Mäkäräinen, who goes into 4. Is she going to go for the next one? It's 17 seconds. Surely in 1,200 meters, 17 seconds. That is asking a lot. Hauser's finished, but she's had a tremendous weekend. She's going to finish 6th today. She hit 19 out of 20, incidentally. And news of Duran Aber, another miss from Duran Aber. She's faded all the way down to 10th, having started first. How she would have loved to have been a part of the race up front. Would have been a very interesting situation, but it all went wrong for Duran Aber on the first shoot, missing 2 targets, dropping from 11 seconds ahead to 33 seconds behind. One or two athletes in danger of being lapped by Kukalova, who accelerates yet again. She wants to make absolutely sure of this one. This is the last hard uphill. There's one shorter one to follow. You can see a few of the athletes on it in the background. It's fast, just a little bit of skate to see them over the top of that one. But if she can negotiate the final corner into the stadium, there's a right-hander followed by a tricky little left-hander. It's going to be Kukalova's day. Dahlmeier backs up her weekend. It's been an excellent performance from Dahlmeier so far. She'll stay in yellow as the World Cup leader. She won on day one. She was fourth in the sprint event yesterday, and Dahlmeier getting a second place today. So not outside the top four so far, and those are the sort of stats that win you overall World Cups. She remains the favourite for the Crystal Globe come the end of this season. It's a long, long way away, and you have to put a little warning about health, because she was ill last year, missed, 6-7 races. If the same thing happens again, she's unlikely to win the overall, but she's on such good form, so consistent. Well done to Kukalova, first win of the 2016-17 season. Huge relief, big confidence booster for her. And she did it by leading it out. What she'll be happiest with is the fact that she hit the last 5 in that stand position. Dahlmeier only 8.4 behind, but the race was won some time ago. Vera didn't have a whole lot to give, but look at the bib number, 19. That's where she started. She's finished in third. She did a similar thing last year. Dorothee Vera, very, very dangerous when she starts behind, but perhaps this is the performance of the day. A PB for Lena Heike of Switzerland, only 36 seconds off the pace, and you know what? She hit all 20 targets. Mäkäräinen, she came and then she faded, and she came and she faded 4 times, 4 misses, and even she can't make up for that. 52 seconds behind for Mäkäräinen. And Lisa-Theresa Hauser, 5th yesterday, 6th today, well positioned in the World Cup rankings, a force to be reckoned with. And Joanna Baer, well, she was down in, lowest she got was 12th, got herself back up into a 7th. She's had to ski hard for that. 1:15 behind. And just having a look, she was 33 seconds behind after the first shoot. She was 50 behind after the second shoot. So a disappointing day for Joanna Baer, but she fought hard, got a little bit of respectability back come the end, but too many misses from the French champion. Puskachikova, the Czech, looking good. Shabatova down in 12th, faded a little. Just trying to see, she missed 3 targets in the end, and Kryuko 15, having started in 11th position. The Swedes giving a lot of support to Magnusson coming in, Anna Magnusson, who's, I think she's done pretty well this weekend. 3 misses, and she was 2:12 behind at the start of that last lap, so only losing another 4 seconds. I think Wolfgang Pichler will be pretty happy with her performances, and they can start to build on that. Vitkova, is that the 4th check-in in the top 18? Hildebrand of Germany, potential winner, but not today. 19th position, Hildebrand missing 3. Only 2 athletes clearing all the targets. Dorothee Vera 1, Heike 2, and they finished in 2nd and 4th, having started in 19th and 12th. The power of the gun. Kukalova, 1 miss today, having started 3rd. That was the winning combination. Laura Dahlmeier, usually so consistent, but 2 misses. Dahlmeier, slightly unusually, she was, as I mentioned at the start of the programme, 91% hit rate in the stand position all the way through last season, and she missed 2 of 10 today. So this season, she's not on the same level in the stand position. do, however, think she's skiing a little bit faster than last year, so still a winning combination. Chevalier down in 34, 350 behind. Birkeland 36. Chevalier missing 5 targets. Well, what a race. Our first head-to-head of the season, and certainly living up to expectations.
And then we have Monica Hoynes, it's a photo finish for 43 and 44. Det här med Mona Brorsson och de andra också alldeles strax.
Pochafarova of Russia just coming across the line. She goes into 45th place behind Lehtela, 4:39. Remember that they're covering every kilometre in what, on average, about 2 minutes 30. So 4:39 is some distance. And these athletes were only an inch away from being lapped by Kukalova, who had a very, very strong run today. 19 hits out of 20, proving to be good enough to claim the win. So Kukalova, Dalmar, Vera on the podium today. Dalmar missing out yesterday, but that's 2 podiums from 3 races. Dorothy Vera, her first good race of the season, and we knew she had it in her. After a disappointing sprint where she was down in 19th place, 1 minute 16 behind, she's finished just 21 behind now. So let's have a look at the race winner, Gabi Kukalova. 31:43, the winning time. Her final standing shoot, the key stage of the race. World Cup win number 13. Still only 27. She's got a long, long way to go if she wants to. 150 World Cup starts now. I wonder if she wins the overall. She might. She's not going to quit at the end of this season. She'll be thinking about Pyeongchang and the 2018 Olympics already. Seven seasons on the World Cup tour. She was very, very talented as a junior, but she, in her own words, was lazy. And then she was told to pick it up and see what she could possibly do. Well, we've seen the results today. She now has a much stricter regime. Lots of other interests in life. She's a good musician. She's a fantastic singer. Does a little bit of modelling as well. So 1 or 2 distractions. She's put those on the sidelines at the moment and is focusing on biathlon, and it's paid off. She is today's winner in Ostersund, her first win of the 2016-17 season.